Hello Stud Scribers, Red Suit Studs here, and today I'm going to be showing you the best and cheapest ways to sort and organize your Lego pieces. For our first sorting method, we have this Ikea sorting tray here. You can get these at Ikea. They have them in the kids section of the store. Mostly they were designed for sorting toys, which is exactly what we're going to do here with it. So it kind of looks like a lunch tray that you'd get at school, but it's really great for putting Lego pieces in here, and it only costs $3. At least that's what it costs right now. It's actually, I think, on sale as of time of recording this video. Normally they're $5, but right now it's $3. So it's a really great, inexpensive option to sort pieces really simply. So I'll show you an example here with some of my plant pieces. You can see that I have some other containers in here and Ziploc bags for some plant pieces, but overall I have it kind of separated in trees, leaves, branches, flowers here, flowers there, some stems and stuff over there. So it's super easy to separate out all your different pieces and keep them nice and organized with these trays. I also use it for other things like animals and like little small animals. I have my frogs in here. I have a bunch of like vehicles like skateboards and bikes here, wheelbarrows, spider webs, stars, printed tiles. So there's enough space in here that you can fit a whole bunch of different kinds of pieces all at the same time. However, the best thing about these trays isn't just the trays themselves. I mean, it's great that they're $3, $5 a piece, and it's easy to get a lot of them for a low price, but the best part is that IKEA actually makes a shelving unit, or like this nightstand type unit, to put these trays in it. So you can actually just take a tray and slide it right into those rails there. So here's my one with all my plants. I just slide it right in. And then I have all this room to put 1, 2, 3, and also this basket down here, which they also sell, so maybe put some bigger stuff down on the bottom. But you can get 4 or 5 of these IKEA trays and just slide them right into this unit here. So this is one of the neatest ways to organize your pieces, in my opinion, because then they're super easy to just pull out and grab, and you don't have to have them like closed up in a box or a bag anywhere. You can just open it and they're all readily available right away. Next, I'm going to be talking about the Lego Dots trays here. So these came with most Lego Dots sets. They would put all your pieces kind of in the compartments here and then in the middle with your main build and the instructions. And they were complementary with every Dots set for the most part, at least the bigger ones that came with a lot of different Dots pieces. And they had this Lego lid here that just peels up. Once again, kind of looks like a lunch tray, just like the other ones, but they come in different sizes too, in different colors. There's this there's the yellow one here, there's white, there's blue. You can see this one's a little bit bigger. It has a little bit extra compartments compared to these two here, but you can see with this one, I have basically a whole bunch of my Dots pieces here, all sorted out by color, and then just a bunch of these quarter circle pieces here thrown in the middle, because I don't really feel like sorting all those colors. But then in this one here, I actually have a current project I'm working on that I have sorted out. I am doing like a centerpiece, similar to the dried flower centerpiece, but with Christmas colors. So I have some snowflakes, some plants with this dark green. So I kind of have it sorted out in here. So it's nice to kind of have some of these handy, because either you can use them while you're building, like kind of is the intention, which is kind of why they included them with the Lego Dots sets, or you could always just use them as like a current works in progress type thing like I do, or you could also use them to sort and store a bunch of pieces. And if you have 2 of the same size, they will actually stack on top of each other if they are empty, but right now I have these ones all full. But you can actually slide these into each other just like those other IKEA trays, or just like a regular lunch tray where you can stack them on top of each other, as long as they're empty though. Next, we're going to talk about probably the best investment I've ever made when it comes to sorting Lego pieces, which is these hardware drawers here. So you can find these at most hardware stores, whether it be a Home Depot or an Ace Hardware, or any kind of hardware store that has like screws and nails and stuff like that, because that's what this is designed for. It's meant to keep screws and nails for like a workshop or a workbench or something. But it turns out Lego pieces are also a great use of this tool here. So this is the smallest one I have here. It has 8 small drawers and 4 bigger drawers here. So sometimes with the bigger ones, I'll like to put like in this one, I have a lot of my minifigure torsos, because I have a lot of these and they're a little bit of a bigger piece compared to something like a minifigure head here. So I have a bunch of those kind of all lined up in here. So just kind of depends on the sizes of pieces that you're looking to sort. Most of the drawers come with some big ones, some small ones. I'll show you some of the other ones I have here in a second, but this is just my smallest one here. And they range anywhere between like $20 to $80. That's about how much mine cost. I think altogether I probably paid maybe 120 bucks for all 3 of my drawers, and I sorted literally all the pieces I have ever had in my entire life from childhood to now in those 3 drawers, with the exception of a few bigger bricks that I have to throw in something you're going to see in just a second. But pretty much all of my smaller pieces I was able to fit in these drawers here. So this drawer unit here actually has about 60 drawers. This is one of my bigger ones. You can see it's 6 across, 10 down. So this one has a whole bunch of different drawers for sorting a lot of smaller pieces. And what's nice too is that all of these drawer units, and usually most do, I don't know necessarily which brand you might find. I believe this one here, it's called Quantum Storage System. So you can see it on the corner there. That's the brand of drawers that I have, but there's a whole bunch of different brands, and most of them will have this kind of divider here that you can remove if you need it. But what's nice is that if you only have a small amount of a certain type of piece, you can split the drawer between 2 different types of pieces. That way you're not wasting any space. But say if I were to have, let's see here, a type of piece that I have a lot of that are a little bit longer, you can just take that divider out, you can remove it, and that way one drawer can have just all one type of piece if it needs that space. I think this drawer here cost more around like $50 or $60, but it just kind of depends on the size of it. Like that smaller one that you saw was probably around 20 or 30, but I think I was able to put all of my smaller pieces in these drawers for under $100. It was around there, because I do have one other unit I can show you here in just a second. So I got 3 units total, just because that's how many pieces I had, but I was able to fit every small extra piece that I've ever had in these drawers here. So here you can see my other storage drawer, very similar to the other 2, only thing being this one has no large drawers, this one has 4, and this one here has 8. I did want to get just another long storage drawer here, just in case I needed anything bigger, like these big panels here, or any of these big wall pieces here. I also have a lot of panels over here for walls, so a lot of those bigger pieces are going to go in those big drawers there. So I had to make sure I got another storage drawer with big drawers. And the other nice thing is that these drawers are nice and stackable, so I can just put this one right on top of here and it sits on my desk nice and pretty. This one I can't really stack because it's right up to where my desk kind of clears there. But if you have multiple of these kind of sitting on a bench or something, or on a desk that doesn't have the big overhang like I do, you could stack a whole bunch of these. And the other thing that's nice too is that if you look on the back, you can actually see, that's a sticker I put on there, you can actually see you can hang them up too. So if you want to hang them in your workshop or your room or your next to your desk or something, you can also do that. Next, I'm going to show you guys my official LEGO branded storage materials. I don't have too many because if you intend on getting any kind of LEGO branded storage, it's going to be a little bit more on the pricier side, and you probably won't be fitting as much, at least definitely not as much as these storage drawers here. I mean, those are specifically designed to hold a lot of stuff. Some of the LEGO branded things are just kind of more for aesthetic. And they just kind of look cool, like this skeleton head here. You can see most of the LEGO storage is actually compatible with one another, so it has a stud connection on the bottom, and you can actually put it on the other fixtures of storage that they make. So once again, it's kind of for the aesthetic, but there are actually some pretty neat things about these. So for starters, with the skeleton head here, this actually comes in multiple different kinds of colors and faces. There's like a zombie one, there's a pumpkin one for Halloween, there's also some other minifigure ones with just like the yellow head and a smile. There's like male, female, there's different sizes too. This is the large one here, and honestly, it's kind of funny. I got this skeleton here because skeletons are dead, and I just throw all my brick separators in here to die. Because I don't know, there's something that feels wrong about throwing Legos out in the trash, and I just feel like I shouldn't throw these out. Like, what if I have a use for them one day? You know, who knows? And maybe I have a friend who needs a brick separator to try and take something apart because they don't have Lego that often, so they don't have a brick separator. I don't know. I feel bad throwing them out, so they just kind of go into my skeleton head here to die. So this storage one here is definitely kind of just for the aesthetic. But this one over here is actually kind of nice too, because it has a drawer that you can open up here. And this is the 2x2 size of drawer. There are other sizes. I believe there's like a 2x4. There's a 1x1 that just kind of opens, similar to the skeleton head where it just pops open. But with this one here, I decided to use this one for some of my larger plates, because since it is a bigger receptacle here to fit stuff, I just kind of take some of my bigger plates here and I connect them and I toss them in here, because none of those storage drawers are going to be able to fit anything this big here. So I just kind of connect a bunch of my bigger plates together here, because since they're not going to fit in those drawers, the only thing they are going to fit in is this bigger drawer here. And then you can just slide it right back in here. Super easy. And if you were to get another 2x2, you could stack it on top. They come in a bunch of different colors. So once again, the Lego ones are a little bit more on the pricier side. Don't get those if you're trying to fit a lot of stuff, but if you want to have it look cool and look very Lego branded like these items are, that's kind of what the draw of those ones are. So before we move on to our final way to organize your pieces, I'm actually going to do a little detour here and show you how I organize my instruction booklets. So I have this filing cabinet here. It was like $50 from like Office Depot or some office store. Very simple method of just getting a filing cabinet and putting these inserts in here. I just kind of have it organized by theme and size of booklet. So it's super simple, not very difficult. I've seen some people use like a scrapbook method before, and I wanted to try that. Where they just slide it into a plastic insert in a scrapbook. But as you can see, I just have so many instruction booklets, and that never would have worked for me, because that scrapbook or that folder was just going to be so wide. So I figured this was the best way to go, especially considering how many instruction booklets I had. So this is just kind of a way to organize your booklets aside from the pieces. So finally, I'm going to show you my last organizational method here with my giant bin of bricks, basically. Each drawer has a whole bunch of bigger pieces that aren't going to fit in any of my smaller drawers, or it's a lot of smaller pieces that I just have too much of that can't fit in any of those drawers. And normally I keep this under my desk there to the right. It also comes with wheels, so you can actually wheel it around. It is basically made for office usage, so it's perfect to have right under your desk. So we'll start with the bottom drawer here. You can see I use some Pick-a-Brick cups. They've since moved on to Pick-a-Brick boxes in the Lego store, but they used to do these cups here. I'm sure a lot of you have seen these before. So I just kind of took the lid off and plopped them in here, because then it's super easy to just go in and grab. I don't have to take a lid off or anything. So I have a couple of those full with these inverted slope bricks here. Then I also have some bigger bricks there. I have plates in here. And these are also a separate kind of container that just kind of shuts like this, but once again I keep it open just so it's easier for me to grab pieces and go if I'm building something. In my next drawer here I have some more Pick-a-Brick cups. I have some of the larger size here, so let's take this one out here. You can see I have a whole bunch of masonry bricks all in this Pick-a-Brick cup here, and then I have some other sized cups. These ones here aren't Pick-a-Brick cups, those are just some different Tupperware boxes that I found. I've got some slope bricks here, I've got some 1x1s, I've got some clear pieces. So this is just kind of another way to organize a lot of those bigger pieces that aren't going to fit in some of these smaller drawers. So once again, some more Pick-a-Brick cups here. Some of them, they are stackable. So I do have this lid on this one here, and then I stack this one on top of it so that it can fit in that drawer a little bit easier. But as you can see, this thing is full to the brim in a whole bunch of bricks. So that's all for my best and cheapest ways to organize your Lego bricks. Let me know in the comments if there's any that you do differently, or if you're going to start implementing some of mine. As always, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.